Well, hello, Virgo. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new, hello, I am Yasmin. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. Virgo, this is going to be your love reading. Oh, I forgot to put the music on here. This is going to be your love reading. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you. Virgo, we're going to start with some oracle cards first, and then, we'll clarify, okay? But let's go ahead and get into it. Let me see if I can cut this on so it won't be too loud. Let's see. All right. I know you guys like the music. I always forget it, but I know you guys like it. All right. So let's get started. This is for Virgo. So let's see. I'm just going to pull from the top, okay, guys? And whatever flips, flips. All right, this is what flipped over. We'll take it. All right, so this is how they both came out. They came out with one with high chair tyrant and then the other one with narrator. All right, certain words I always highlight on certain oracles for a reason. Well, it says that for some of you, you guys have been dealing with someone pretty decent, or this is going to be someone you're going to be meeting pretty soon. High chair tyrant, it says someone who has high energy and they're very uplifting. You feel this sense of joy when they're around, very enthusiastic about you, okay? And the narrator literally says, good, okay? Someone who communicates very well. And I feel like this was just the opposite of what you've been experiencing. And the fact that both of these came out like this, I had to take it. And I'm happy that it did because I wanted it to flip over on its own. I wasn't really sure if it was going to be upright or reverse, and both of these came upright. So this is a really good thing to see. I love the fact that it says that your person tries to remain neutral in things, that they're not extremists. You know what I mean? There's no toxic masculinity that's in them or toxic femininity, right? Can go both ways. They're not trying to destroy or sabotage the connection. So I'm going to be honest, if you haven't been in this connection, I feel like a lot of you, this is where you're going to go. Okay. Now, what I want to do is clarify. I want to clarify the card High Chair Tyrant and see what this means. You could, and this is another thing. I feel like there's good and bad with people, right? Or good and there's strengths and weaknesses. So I feel like not everyone is going to be perfect. So just because this is coming out doesn't mean that your person is perfect. And both of these sides could bring out what type of person you're going to be dealing with. Overall, you have a good person, but I feel like there's some sensitivity. I see it where it talks about the person maybe, it may be incapable, not necessarily incapable, but, it says here incapable of taking criticism or just, talking or saying something to them in a way where they feel like you're criticizing them. They'll get a little defensive, not to a point where, they can't adjust. But we have to be real, right? A real connection is going to have some ups and downs, and there's going to be certain things about, your person that could irritate you. But again, overall, this looks really, really good. Okay. So let's go ahead and see. Upright. Let's do the High Chair Tyrant for Virgo. So you guys have the Hangman in the upright. Now, I don't know why you have a pause here, or this could be you letting go, and I have to look at this in a certain way. So for some of you, this person is in your life or will be coming into your life, and you have to let go of what you've experienced in the past. Like some of you your feelings are suspended. The person is in your face. They are waving, hey, Virgo, I want to be with you. I want to talk to you. I want this. And you can't let go of what your past person has done. Okay. Unfortunately, past relationships really do affect current and future relationships if you don't heal correctly, or if you are not able to recognize your signs of sabotatory energy, right? Like if you're not able to recognize where you sabotage things, then it's going to always be a problem. So you're going to have to let go of what you've experienced with other people and your person. That could be them as well. Like, you know, they're comparing you or saying what they used to experience. And, you know, so it's a little sensitive situation here. So one thing that I can say with this person, you know, part of this is feeling a little bit more inspired. I like the word that they use, inspired, feeling a little bit more hopeful about this connection, but still feeling uncertain of how far it will go. But it just feels so, and you need to be patient, but this feels very healing. Or you're going to go into a connection that is going to be very healing for you. Okay, that's just what I see based on this reading. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pull one more. This is for you, Virgo. Ooh. Virgo. There we go. Well, this came upright, reverse. Here it says self-limiting beliefs. Wow. Some of you are dealing with someone right now who's out of control. And this narrator is saying, is this good for you? It's like the person, whoever you're dealing with, for some of you, the person always talk, but they never truly say how they really feel. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest, you're dealing with someone who's a little immature, or the way that they communicate it's an immature way of communicating. You got two cards that talk about tantrums in a way. This is interesting because it's a child here, and then you got tantrum. There could be a baby, a young baby that's involved, or a little baby that's around or hanging around, whether it's yours. I'm not hanging around. A baby that's involved. But I don't know. I feel like someone is like, there's a lot of insecurity here. You know, someone feels bad about not using forward judgment, like not being able to see the future, not being able to, you know, stop something. Like, you know, like why didn't I think before I act? And I'm not sure who that could be. This could be you or your person. But I do feel that some of you guys were dealing with somebody who's a narcissist, or some of you are dealing with someone who's a narcissist, or they have those traits. But I am seeing a lot of immaturity here. Let's get narrator. I see the good and the not so good, right? One at a time, please. I see that. And you got cards falling out in chunks, so this is for Virgo. I don't know how this fell. This fell with the upright. Good. This was a 10 of Wands. You guys already know what that means. This feels like something is over with. Like you don't have to no longer deal with a certain situation. I love this because this feels like this is two different energies. This feels like this is two different energies. What you used to deal with and what you're dealing with now. Let me make sure these cards are straight. Okay. It feels like this is two different energies. It's encompassing the new energy, but also it's encompassing the past energy. You were dealing with someone who was very manipulative, or trying to get their way. Again, it's always like someone says something but don't really say it. They're, you know, it's like indirect conversation. And, you know, especially for those who maybe are dating, it doesn't, you know what, I'm not going to even say that. I'm not going to say it's only dating. Okay, I apologize about that. My phone cut off for some odd reason. I'm not going to say that it's only dating, right? I feel like, you know, whether you are in a connection or dating, it's like you're uncertain of where your relationship is headed. Okay. And that how does that make you feel, right? Like usually, not want to say usually, but in relationships, you want to feel secure. You want to feel safe. And I do feel like a lot of you are at this place where you're kind of uncertain. Okay. Some of you are uncertain, and for some of you, you're kind of uncertain, especially if it's new. And I'm not saying that if it's a new connection that anything is wrong with it, but I do feel that again, you're still holding on, especially if you're dating and there's someone new, you're still holding on to what has occurred in the past, and it's keeping you from fully experiencing this new connection. You know, I don't know what this narrator says in reverse. I want to read this because I know what the tyrant means, right? That makes sense. Like the tyrant is someone who just wants control. You know, they're all over the place. I love the fact that the baby here talks about the person is always needed to be validated and, you know, always need attention. Okay. But here with the narrator in reverse, I don't like it. It just feels like this person could be somewhat of a criminal, or, you know, because it says undermine authority. Like you're dealing with someone who doesn't want to be told what to do, or maybe they just don't want to follow the rules. I mean, that part does talk about rebel. I mean, that could be good in certain aspects, but you don't want to be dealing with somebody, you don't want to be dealing with somebody who's like not even remotely even obeying the law, right? So I don't know. I mean, I feel like your whole purpose in being in a real relationship is to be practical about who you're dealing with, right? Some of you are dealing with someone who's not even financially inept, right? Like you have the money, they don't have the money, or you're dealing with somebody who you don't have the money, they don't have the money. You know, you don't want to waste a lot of your time and energy on poor investments, because you're putting a lot of time into someone that ultimately it's not going to go anywhere, right? It's like you're wasting your time. And, you know, during that time, you could be exploited if you're not spiritually and mentally conscious of it, really. Like, you know, what is this person trying to get from you? Are you being taken advantage of in a way? But I feel like there's some corruption or something around somebody. I don't know. That's what I feel. And for some of you, your person gets a lot of attention. Okay. They get a lot of attention. They could be a sportscaster, or they can have their own radio show. They could be on TV or something like that I'm seeing. I just feel like this person is out of touch, right? Because this person could be older, and for you, you're like, oh, they know better. Man, you know that saying, an old fool? That's what I see, okay? But the thing is, for a lot of you, there's some unhappiness here. Unhappiness that I see mostly. This is mostly with people who are in a connection with somebody. Maybe there's a separation if you're married. I definitely see for someone new that there's someone who's very supportive. Definitely two different energies in this reading. So what are you going to do, Virgo, here with the Ten of Wands? It's saying that you need to get this monkey off your back, right? You got the King of Swords that came in the reverse. Y'all already know I don't like that damn card in reverse. Wow. It literally talks about manipulative, abuse of power, someone who has power and they're abusing it, someone who is controlling. This is everything that I'm mentioning. And I swear I hadn't even seen the King of Swords didn't even come out. It says someone who may act inhumane and dishonest. But on the other hand, this person is very intelligent. There's a lot of truth that can come from someone who's really good. I feel like you're dealing with someone who's really good, but they've had their heart broken, and they're opening up to you, because I do feel like there was this like guard up with you dealing with somebody. Someone had their guard up, and I do see someone is going to like let their guard down. Okay, that's what I see. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead. Let's get your last one. You guys know I can talk forever with only 2 cards on the table. All right, let's see. I'm not going to clarify all of them, but I do want to clarify a few. I mean, I want to clarify at least one, but I'm kind of curious to what comes out. Now, one of the cards you have here that's coming out here, Virgo, is environmentalist. Someone who's physically fit, who loves the idea of having a family, who's very balanced and harmonious. I love it. I told you there's two different energies here. Someone is healthy, or they try to strive to be healthy. So meaning they don't, you know, they take care of their body, right? They care about the world. They care about other people. That's what I'm seeing here. Another person that I see, these are all upright, by the way. It says this person is very true to themselves. At one point, I feel like they had to hide who they were because other people made fun of them. This was the type of person in general who, you know, people could have made fun of them because they were just different, right? You wore glasses and people made fun of you. That's just an example. You know, that happens when you're a child, but that bully energy happens with adults too. So I feel like they hide a little bit. And virgin is considered to be very innocent and pure, right? So I feel like this person has very pure intentions. And then you had the maiden, someone who's youthful. Maybe they look young. They are growing in their mindset. They're growing, you growing, which is really good. They stand up for their beliefs. They set boundaries. They let you know what they like and what they dislike. I love this. I feel like maybe before they had a difficulty with telling people no, right? Like, you know, that's a part of setting boundaries. So they're just like you in a way. They love to be at service to their partner, right? But I feel like before they had a hard time with saying no to someone that they were with, and they may have got taken advantage of in a way, right? That's what I see. But I love the fact that this person is growing. Now, you had somebody at the bottom of the deck that's talking about, some of you were dealing with somebody, and this was mostly the divine masculine. You deal with people who only want something, you know, they'll only deal with you if they can get something from you. That happens with most, you know, divine, feminine, and masculine, but definitely this will be, you know, dealing with someone who wants money right off the bat, right? Wants money right off the bat. And your person could have been dealing with that type of energy too. Meaning that, you know, they were with somebody and they found out that the only reason why the person was with them was because of money or what they can get. Okay. And, you know, you also, like I said, it could be you or your person. Somebody was dealing with somebody where their survival was the number one thing for them. They didn't care about a relationship too much. And this says walking away from a toxic relationship, either you or, and this is what I'm saying, there was a toxic relationship that you guys were in and you're walking away from that. I feel like that's what both of you may share though, because you want some integrity when it comes down to your relationships. And that's what you're going to get because you're thinking now. This is a part of that King of Swords. You're detaching from what you used to love or what you thought would love you back. And I see now you're controlling your thoughts and you are freezing somebody out. That's what I see with that cold energy. That's what I see. But this is what I have for you here, Virgo. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. If you are interested in a personal reading, all of that information is below. You guys will notice below that there is a special going on. Look in the description box, okay, if you're interested. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.